Hello, Capricorn. Come in, settle wherever you are. Maybe you're patting concealer under your eyes before you head out the door, or you've got a mug of something warm cooling beside you, or you're folding a pile of laundry that somehow refilled itself overnight. Maybe you're flat on your back in bed, lights low, letting today finally be over. Wherever you are, you're welcome here, and you don't have to fix anything for the next half hour. You can just listen. This is your reading for July 2026, and here's how it works, slow and simple. I've laid out 3 piles in front of me, A, B, and C. Each pile is named after one big card, what we call a major arcana card, and that one card is the main theme of your whole month. It can also point to one important event coming your way, a moment you'll remember when you look back. Under each big card, I've placed 3 smaller cards. Those show you how the theme actually plays out in your weeks, the small everyday ways it lands. And whichever pile you pick, the 4 cards together will touch your work or study, your relationships, and your family, so you get your whole life, not just one corner of it. You're the one who keeps building for the future, even when your back aches, the one who'd rather carry it alone than admit the weight. I see that in you. So before we start, take one slow breath with me. Let your shoulders drop down from your ears. There. Now we can begin. Okay, this is your moment to choose. 3 piles, A, B, and C. On your screen right now, you can see the 3 big cards playing side by side, and those are the names of the energies you're choosing between. Pile A is the Hanged Man. Pile B is the Sun. Pile C is the Chariot. Take a slow breath in, soften your shoulders again, and just notice which one your eyes keep drifting back to. The one you keep returning to is yours. Don't rush it. Take all the time you need. The Hanged Man is the name of your whole month, Capricorn, and his message is simple, even when it stings. July is asking you to stop pushing for a little while, to stop forcing the outcome you have been white-knuckling. The thing you have been trying to control is going to move on its own, but only after you let go of the rope. What are you still holding on to that already asked you to put it down? So if you chose pile A, maybe you are sitting with your tea gone a little cold beside you, your shoulders up near your ears from a long day. Let them drop. Let me read this for you slowly. The Hanged Man is the headline, and he is not a punishment. He is a pause with a purpose. Look at the figure first. He hangs upside down from the tree by 1 foot, and his hands are tucked calmly behind his back. He is not struggling. That is the whole lesson for you this month. You are someone who solves things by working harder, by doing one more task, by staying up late to fix what is broken. And this month, that move stops working. The harder you grip, the longer the weight gets. The figure has his hands behind his back because he has chosen on purpose to stop using them. For you, that looks like stepping back from a work project you cannot force into shape right now. It looks like not sending the 3rd follow-up email. It looks like letting a deadline breathe instead of bleeding yourself dry to hit a date nobody else even remembers. This is the career thread of your month, and it is asking you to trade control for patience. Now notice the calm light around his head, that quiet glow. He is upside down, but his face is peaceful. That is the new way of seeing that opens for you when you finally stop fighting. When you let yourself be still, you start to notice things you have been too busy to feel. And here is where your relationships come in. You tend to show your love by providing, by handling logistics, by being the reliable one everybody can set their watch by. But somewhere in there you went a little quiet with the people you love. You started treating closeness like one more thing on the list. The Hanged Man flips that view. From upside down, you might finally see that the person beside you does not need another solved problem. They need you present. Actually present, not half here while your mind runs the numbers. The event this card can mark is a release. Sometime this month, something you have been gripping is going to loosen, and you will not be the one who forces it. A weight you hate is going to end, but on its own schedule, not yours. You will know it landed because of how your body acts. You will notice you stop checking your phone every 10 minutes. You will catch yourself breathing slower in a meeting. You will go a whole evening without trying to fix anything, and it will feel strange, then it will feel like relief. The 2 life areas leaning hardest here are your work and your love. Family is the quiet one in this major, and the smaller cards underneath will speak to that. So hold that thread loosely for now. Here is what I want you to carry into your day. You are allowed to stop earning the rest you already need. Let the rope go. The ground was always closer than you thought. Underneath the hangman sit 3 smaller cards, and they tell one story about what letting go actually feels like for you this month. The first is the Queen of Cups reversed. In her upright form, she sits calmly by the water holding her cup. Reversed, that cup is tipping, the water spilling where she cannot hold it. For you, that is the part of this month where your feelings stop staying neatly filed away. You might find yourself snapping at someone over something small, then feeling guilty an hour later. You hide what hurts behind being busy, and this card says the hiding is leaking out sideways. Let it. The Hanged Man wants you upside down, precisely so this spill can happen safely. And the second card picks that right up. The 3 of Swords reversed. The upright version shows 3 blades through a heart in the rain. Reversed, those swords are sliding out. This is healing, the slow kind. A hurt you carried, maybe from family, maybe an old wound with a parent or a sibling who never said sorry, starts to ease this month. This is your family thread, the one the Major left quiet. You stop replaying the argument. You forgive someone, not for them, but so you can put the weight down. The spilled feeling from the first card is the very thing that lets these swords come out. Then the third card closes the circle. The 4 of Pentacles upright. See the figure clutching his coins, one under each foot, one held tight to his body, scared to let a single one go. That is you with control. You mistake holding tight for keeping safe, whether it is money, a plan, or a person. And here is the whole picture, Capricorn. The Hanged Man says release. The reversed Queen shows your feelings asking to be let out. The reversed 3 shows old pain finally leaving. And the 4 of Pentacles is the last finger you have to peel off the coin. You cannot heal while you are still gripping. So all 3 together are simply showing you the steps. Feel it, forgive it, then loosen your hands. Here is your small invitation for this week. Pick one thing you've been holding too tightly, a worry, a grudge, a budget you check too often, and set it down for one full day. Just one. Notice you survived it. That is the whole practice. The sun is the headline over your whole month, Capricorn, and it means the light is finally finding you after a long stretch of building in the dark. This is the month the work shows. Joy that you earned, plain and warm, with nothing you have to apologize for. Can you let yourself enjoy what you built without working through the whole thing? So this one is for the Capricorn who picked pile B. Maybe you're standing at the mirror right now, doing one eye and then the other, half listening, half somewhere else. Settle in. Let your shoulders come down from your ears for a second. The sun is one of the warmest cards in the whole deck, and it chose you this month, which I want you to actually take in instead of waving off the way you usually do. Look at the child in the image, riding the horse out in the open with both arms wide and nothing covering them. No armor, no clipboard. Just a kid in the sun who isn't trying to prove anything to anyone. That is the part of you that finally gets to come out this month. You spend so much of your life being the responsible one, the one with the plan, the one who keeps the receipts and the spreadsheets and the backup of the backup. This month, the card is asking you to let that grip loosen and feel the warmth on your face without checking your watch. Something good is going to land in your work or your study, something you have quietly bled for. And when it comes, I want you to let yourself feel it for more than 4 minutes before you move on to the next mountain. Because that is your pattern, isn't it? You hit the goal and you immediately look for the next one. Not this month. This month, the win is allowed to just be a win. Now, look at the big, bright sunflowers behind the wall. All of them turn toward the same light. That is the warm pull of family and the people who feel like family coming back into your days. The sun loves to put you in rooms full of people who genuinely love you. Maybe a gathering, a birthday, somebody coming home, somebody finally getting it together. The thing about you, Capricorn, is that your pride in the people you love is private and fierce. You brag about your sister, your friend, your mother to other people, but you go quiet and stiff when they're actually in front of you. This month, the card wants you to say the warm thing to their face. Tell your dad you're proud of him. Tell your friend you noticed. The sun is asking you to let the soft side out where it can actually be received. And there's a relationship thread here too, bright and uncomplicated. If you're with someone, this is the month the heaviness lifts and you remember why you chose each other. Less logistics, more laughter. You're the kind of person who shows love by handling things, by paying for the trip and planning the calendar, and that is real love. But this month, try showing it by just being there with no agenda. Sit on the floor. Be silly. If you're single, the sun tends to bring one easy and warm, someone who doesn't make you work for basic kindness, and you'll know because you won't feel the need to perform competence around them. The event the sun points to is a moment of being seen, a success that becomes visible to other people, not just to you. You'll know it landed because you'll catch yourself smiling at something on your phone and you won't immediately turn it into a task. Let it be good this month, Capricorn. You're allowed. Underneath that big bright sun sit 3 cards, and together they show you the one thing that could dim your own light if you let it. The first is the 4 of Cups, and it shows a person sitting under a tree with their arms folded, staring at 3 cups, while a 4th is being offered, and they don't even look up. That is the Capricorn habit of going so far inside your own head that you miss the good thing being handed to you. This month, in your work especially, an opportunity may come, and your first instinct will be to find what's wrong with it, to withdraw, weigh it forever, treat the offer like a problem. The sun is trying to hand you the 4th cup. Don't miss it because you were busy auditing the other 3, and the second card picks that up and sharpens it. The Queen of Swords, sitting upright with one hand raised and a clear, steady look on her face. She is your clean boundary energy this month, and after that quiet, foggy mood of the 4 of Cups, she's the part of you that wakes up and speaks plainly. This is good for your relationships. You stop hinting and start saying the actual thing. You tell your family what you need instead of silently keeping score and burning out alone, which is your oldest trick. The Queen of Swords says you can be warm and still be honest. You don't have to choose. And the 3rd card closes the circle. The 7 of Swords, a figure tiptoeing away from a camp, carrying an armful of swords, glancing back over their shoulder. This is the warning thread under all that sun. Watch for someone being slippery, cutting a corner, taking a little credit that wasn't theirs, or doing something behind your back at work. But here's the deeper read for you, Capricorn. Sometimes you are the one quietly slipping away, withdrawing into work mode when something gets emotionally heavy, sneaking out of the room instead of saying you're overwhelmed. The Queen of Swords clarity is the cure for the 7 of Swords sneaking. Say it out loud instead of disappearing. So put the 3 together. The 4 of Cups is the temptation to shut down and miss the gift. The Queen of Swords is the clear voice that breaks the fog. The 7 of Swords is the reminder to stay honest, with them and with yourself, so the sun's joy doesn't leak out through some quiet little dodge. Your invitation this week is small. When somebody offers you something good, even just a compliment, don't deflect it. Say thank you and let it stay. The Chariot is the headline of your whole month, Capricorn, and it means you are the one driving now. After waiting and second-guessing, the road opens and the wind comes from holding the reins steady through the noise. This is a month you take control back. Can you stay focused on your one road when everyone around you wants to pull you sideways? So to the Capricorn souls who landed in pile C, maybe you're sitting at the edge of your bed right now, shoes still on, the day not quite finished, but your body asking to be done. Let your shoulders drop. Take one slow breath with me before we look at this card together, because this one has a lot of forward motion in it, and I want you grounded before you feel it. Look at the figure standing in the Chariot. He is upright, still, in control, even though the cart is built to move fast. He isn't whipping anything, he isn't yelling, he's just standing there with quiet command, and the whole thing obeys him. That stillness is you this month. You've spent a long time pushing a heavy thing uphill in slow motion, the way you do, moving mountains an inch at a time so the people you love get the life you keep promising them. This is the month that slow push finally catches speed. The thing you've been building starts to move on its own. At work or in your studies, expect a green light on something you thought was stuck. A project gets approved. A door you knocked on quietly finally opens. You'll know it landed because you'll catch yourself making a list before you've even told anyone the good news. That is your tell, Capricorn. You go straight to logistics. Now notice the two creatures pulling the chariot, one dark and one light, facing slightly different ways. They want to go opposite directions, and yet the chariot moves forward anyway because he holds them both. That is the real work of your July. You've got two pulls inside you this month. The part that wants to charge ahead, and the part that wants everything controlled and certain before you move. Here's where your high standards get loud. You will look at someone helping you and quietly decide they're not doing it right, and you'll be tempted to grab the wheel and do it all yourself. The card is telling you that you can win without doing that. You can hold both horses without becoming both horses. This lands hardest in your work and in your family. At work, the chariot is straight-up success through willpower. You finish the thing. You get the recognition. Somebody with the power to reward you finally sees how hard you've been driving. In your family, the energy is different and softer. There's a situation at home that needs one person to stay calm and steady while everyone else is reacting. And that person is you. Not because you're cold, but because you're the one who can hold the reins when the room gets loud. Let yourself be that without turning to stone. The area the chariot leaves a little quiet here is your love life, and the cards underneath will pick that up. So hold that thought. If this card marks one event for you this month, it's a victory you have to drive toward, not one that's handed to you. A win that comes because you stayed the course when quitting would have been easier and more understandable. You'll know it when it arrives because you'll feel oddly calm instead of giddy. You'll just nod, like you knew, like the empire moved one floor up and you simply noted it. For today, Capricorn, you don't have to control both horses by squeezing tighter. You can win by simply not letting go. Underneath the chariot sit 3 cards that show exactly how this drive plays out in your weeks, and they tell one connected story about effort, friction, and what success is actually for. First, the 3 of Pentacles reversed. In the upright card, 3 people build a cathedral together, heads close, planning as a team. Reversed, that teamwork is falling apart. So while the chariot has you driving hard, this card warns you the people around you may be cutting corners, half listening, doing it sloppy. You'll redo someone's work this month. You'll catch a mistake nobody else caught. And here is your shadow, Capricorn. You'd rather quietly fix it all alone than admit the load is too heavy, because asking for help still feels like confessing a weakness you can't afford. That burning out alone habit is what this card is flagging. And that exhaustion feeds straight into the second card, the 5 of Wands. Look at the 5 figures swinging their sticks, not really fighting, more like clashing because nobody agreed on the plan. This is the noise around your chariot. Disagreements at work, opinions flying, maybe a friendly rivalry that doesn't feel so friendly when you're tired. But the 5 of Wands isn't doom. It's testing. It's the friction that makes you stronger and proves you actually want this. Pick the few fights worth your energy. Let the rest swing past you. Which brings us to the third card closing the circle, the 9 of Pentacles reversed. Upright, a woman stands alone in her garden, rich and at peace with what she built. Reversed, that piece is wobbling, tipping toward showing off, overspending, chasing a success that looks good but feels hollow. After all the driving and all the clashing, this card asks you the real question. Are you building this for the life it gives you, or to prove something to people who aren't even watching? Watch your money this month. Watch the urge to buy the thing that says you made it. So the 3 together, Capricorn. You're driving hard while others slack off, you're fighting through noise to get there, and the 9 warns you not to arrive empty. That's the love life thread too, because the partner or person you keep building for needs your presence, not just your provision. This week, let one person actually help you, and let it be imperfect. Thank you for giving me this slow piece of your day, Capricorn. Whether you sat with the Hanged Man, the Sun, or the Chariot, your July is being held with more care than you tend to give yourself. You carry so much, quietly, brick by brick, never asking anyone to notice how heavy it is. My wish for you this month is that you let your guard down with one safe person, just once, and find out the tenderness you hide doesn't cost you a thing. That softness isn't a leak in the wall you built. It's the whole reason you built it. If these readings reach you, you're welcome to subscribe so next month finds you easily. And you can save this one. Come back to your pile whenever the road feels long. Take care of yourself out there, Capricorn.